Hi guys, I'm Julia.
I'm Issa, and welcome back to Let the Girls Talk.
So we're just going to use this episode to talk about our transfer experiences because I feel like it's a whole topic that doesn't really get talked about that much. A lot of people start as freshmen and the transfers are kind of neglected in a way.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be fun to share our experiences, share some stories, advice. We're going to do a little Q&A.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about also our majors, how we chose our majors, and just funny stories and rapid-fire questions at the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's get into it. So if you watched the last episode, you would know that I wasn't really initially planning on going to college at all. But while I was a nanny, I did community college online just to get some credits. I actually studied child development, and on accident, I low-key got 3 associate degrees. So I came into college already having a child development degree, a film and TV degree, and then a humanities degree. I don't even really know what humanities is, to be honest,
even know
but
either.
I got a degree in it.
Interesting.
So I had just all the credits because those were the classes that I was interested in, and that's what I took. And then I ended up getting those degrees. And so I transferred to Loma just because I had friends that already were here. I was dating a guy who was going here, and I was like, oh, I love San Diego. It's so much fun. So I thought, why not, if I have the opportunity to go to college, to go and be able to live in San Diego. And at the time, I was actually living alone in an apartment in Calabasas. I made a lot of money as a nanny and from my job at Wildflower that I was saving up, so I was able to live by myself. And so when it came time to transfer, they have transfer dorms on campus, but I was like, well, what am I going to do with my whole apartment? I might as well just find an apartment down in San Diego. So I have been living by myself for the past 2 years in San Diego, and I love it. But I think that has been a hard transition for me as a transfer because I don't live on campus, so no one is like inviting me to things, like knocking on my door because it's like 20 minutes away, you know?
Yeah.
So that was like a little bit hard for me. But I think having a boyfriend on campus for a week at least was pretty helpful. Just like know the lay of the land. And at the time, sorry, this is like going on a whole tangent, but we had broken up right when school started. And I was like, oh no, like what am I going to do? Like how am I going to make friends? But I think after meeting you, that was obviously a huge life changer for me because I got integrated into the actual PLNU like community a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a little bit of background on my transfer story. So let's hear yours.
So last episode, I shared a little bit of my journey coming from Brazil, and I did my freshman year here at Loma, and I transferred back. So I started my year here. I started my college years here at Loma, and then I went to community college. So I just did 1 year of university and then transferred to community college and then transferred back to Loma. So I also got an associate degree, but it was like science. I'm never going to use that in my life anymore, but I can say I have one.
Was it just science?
Yeah, it's a sort of associate of science. It's because I was studying pre-nursing. And then I wasn't even going to finish it, but since I was waiting for my visa, it was just like, it made sense to just finish the semester, so I did. So I literally just studied like science in community college, and that's when I was trying to figure it out before transferring. So my plan at first was to transfer to a nursing school, which when I was about to finish my associate degree, I realized I hated it. Guys, I literally failed anatomy twice. That was my indication that I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be a nursing major.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because it was interesting studying about it. I love learning about anatomy, especially women's like health. That's what I wanted to get into if I ever become a nurse. But I was so depressed, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going to transfer, I rather just like transfer to a different major. And we're going to get into the major question. So, I mean, I just spoiled it. But yeah, so I think it was 2024 when I officially transferred. I was supposed to transfer in 2023, but since I was waiting for my visa situation, because I was transitioning from a student visa to a green card, and I could not transfer until I had my green card in hand. So I had to wait another like 6 months. So I just finished my associates. And I transferred back to Loma as, I mean, we're not talking about majors. Why am I talking about major? I transferred.
Well, it's a huge part of transferring.
Yes, that's true. So I transferred to Loma as a media comm major, and I finished my last 2 years here. But in total, I was like in college for like 5-6 years, which is crazy. Yeah. So I transferred, but different than Julia, I transferred and I lived on campus because since I am not from California, and it was just going to be really hard for the first semester for me to like live off campus, I decided to go live in a dorm here. But the thing is, because of my age, I was only able to live here for like a year. So my second year, I had to go off campus. So this year, I'm off campus, which is better in my opinion. But I understand for like when you're like start as a transfer, it's hard because you don't know anyone. So I got to meet people because I was in a dorm. But it was also really hard for me because I was, like, the oldest there. So everyone's, like, 19, like, 20. And I was like, you guys are so young. Like, I can't. So it was really hard for me. We're going to get into more of that. But I feel like for me was being older and having to, like, make friends with younger people. Not that that's not a problem, but I feel like being on campus, it was different. Because people have, like, different expectations. And I feel like, I don't know, especially guys, it was, like, you remember the situation? It was like, I don't know how to explain. So it was hard to make friends, and but I'm really glad to, because my dorm, okay, we're going to do this in another episode, but I had a really bad experience with roommates last year, really bad. I lived in a triple, and it was not good.
Can't really.
No, yeah, it was not good. So it was really tough. But I also met, like, literally my best friends also in that dorm, and we're all friends now. Julia is friends with them too. So
yeah, she invited me. She initiated me into the friend group.
Yeah. But I think for being a transfer for me was hard because of the age. That was what was hard for me.
Do you think people treated you different before they knew how old you were, and then once you told them, they treated you different?
I mean, yes and no. I think it was, like, all in my head, honestly. I don't think people, like, would treat me differently because of it, but I think I would, like, I feel like I was behind somehow. Sometimes I still feel like that, but also I don't, because I feel like if I hadn't transferred the time I did, I would have been able to choose the major and then meet, like, all my friends, so I knew it happened for a reason, but it was still hard.
Okay, so what was your first day like as a transfer?
I'm trying to remember. So I came for orientation week, and also it was really draining, honestly. Also because of the age thing, so, like, everyone's, like, super young and, like, they were so excited. I transferred, I was, like, about to turn 23, and I was fresh out of breakup, and so I was struggling readjusting. Honestly, it was really hard. It was a different experience, like, compared, like, being a freshman here, because also, like, I don't know. I feel like when you're, like, you're past 21, you have a different, like, mindset. So I think that's also what it was hard for me, because I was, like, before I was 21, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in college, I'm excited to have fun and, like, enjoy. But I feel like now I was, like, more worried about, like, more adult stuff. You know, like, oh, what I'm going to do with my life, like, about, like, financial stuff. I don't know. I was overthinking, like, most of the time. But the first day, I can't remember exactly the first day, but welcome week, it was fun at first, because I feel like welcome week, everyone's super nice, they, like, talk to you, like, but then after welcome week, people never look, like, in your face anymore, and they're just like, so that one was hard at first, because I feel like the first few weeks I was struggling finding, like, my people. So I met Priscilla and Alexis because they're, like, my neighbors, but we weren't close yet. So I felt like first few weeks it was hard because I was talking to so many different people, but it was all the same conversations. Like, oh, where are you from? Yeah. Like, what's your major? So I was,
it's like friendship dating almost.
Yeah, it was. And I was drained. I was like, I don't know. But it's funny because then that's how I bonded with the girls in the pod, because I used to see them in the bathroom. And so I don't know if it was Catherine, it was someone that kind of, like, was honest about it. Like, how are you guys feeling about welcome week? And someone said, like, I'm drained, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys. So, like, we bonded over that, because everyone's feeling so drained and like trying to adjust to being in a dorm, because it's different. Like, it's like, how was it for you? I don't know.
Well, I didn't go to welcome week orientation.
Oh yeah, but, like, how was your first day?
I got I got all the emails. I was just like, no, I don't need to go to that. I don't know why. I just didn't really want to associate myself with a college. I feel like on Instagram I would always see, like, someone goes off to college, and then that's their whole personality is where they go to school, and, like, they don't have a life outside of that. So I was really trying to, like, not have that happen to me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to, like, have, like, more like San Diego, and just, like, my life be separate from school, I guess. Just have my classes and then whatever. But it's really hard when you go to college to not make it your whole life, because you're literally here all day long, basically.
Yeah.
I live off campus. I remember the first day I came, and we have a valet at our school where they, like, park your car, but I thought it cost money. So I was like, that's so stupid. Like, I'm not going to do that. And so I was, like, driving all around. I, like, could not find parking. And then I remember, I don't want to talk about my boyfriend, like, my ex-boyfriend all the time, but I was like, hey, like, can you come park my car for me so I can go to class, because I was late. And I was late to the first day. I dropped that class too because I was embarrassed. Like, I don't know. It was just, like, awkward.
Yeah.
What's funny, though, is I dropped that class and I never actually had to take it again.
Oh, interesting.
But it was really hard for me to adjust to the culture. I had never toured the campus. I never went to a preview day. I never heard anything other than what my friend and my ex-boyfriend had told me. And so when I first came here, everybody kind of dresses like they're going to like church or brunch every day. Like everyone's very like preppy. Everyone's wearing dresses and like sandals to class. And that's just like, I'm from LA. Like everyone's wearing like leggings and sweats at home. Like it's more like streetwear. I don't know. So just that automatically was like a huge culture shock to me, I think, coming here. And then also I had no idea how religious it was. And like I'm Christian, but I just had no idea that like you had to like go to chapel and all these things. And everybody here, I feel like, talked about God and a lot. And I was also going through a lot of grief when I first came here. And so it was hard for me. I was going through like a faith struggle. And so to see everybody be like, oh, I'm so happy I believe in God. And I was like, I do too, but like I'm not this happy. Like it was just a really hard time for me. And I felt so alone because I had nobody on campus that I knew really. So
in terms of like classes, I think for me it was fine. I think welcome week was harder because I think like when classes started, I was here already for a while.
Yeah.
Because we arrived like earlier, and then I think mostly like I think I was just feeling drained, honestly, because trying to make friends and that pressure of like.
Yeah, it's more the emotional side. I think it's hard versus the classes. I was actually really excited.
No, the
about
classes
my
were fun. I think it was just like the emotional, like you said, and just like the pressure of like having to meet new people and like the friend. What do you say, friend dating kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like friendship dating.
Yeah, friendship dating.
Or, like almost interviewing people, like if they would be a good fit for being friends.
Honestly, that's what I think was hardest for me.
I didn't even try, honestly. Like, I tried a little bit, but not really. I was like, I don't care about being friends with anybody. But then I changed when we became friends because I was like, wait, actually, it's nice to have friends.
I feel like the dorm also, like, was tough for me because I lived here in 2019, like I said. I lived in a dorm, but my roommate was amazing. Like, we're still friends. Like, I literally went to her wedding, like, 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's another huge culture shock.
Yes.
Everybody here, Ring by Spring is a thing. A lot of people compare our campus to, like, BYU or, like, a Mormon kind of culture almost. Yeah, I've heard that a lot, that it's, like, because a lot of people get married really young and just, like, have that culture here, which is really interesting. I think it's because of the religious aspect. But everybody is getting engaged.
Yeah,
like, over winter
especially
break,
now.
I think everybody got engaged.
No, and now
it's
going to get worse because we're close to graduation.
Yeah.
Ring by Spring.
Someone got engaged yesterday.
Yes. No, it was literally crazy. We literally talked about it this week. I was literally telling you, like, oh, maybe she's waiting for a ring. That's why she put, like, she was.
It's so funny. How long do you say it took you to feel like you belonged here?
I feel like it's still going.
Yeah. I feel like I don't belong.
I feel like I still don't belong here. In the other episode, we mentioned, like, how Point Loma is, like, there's, like, a whole culture. Like, SoCal, I would say, like, SoCal culture. Like surfer, like blondes, and like alternative music. Like, I don't even know how to mention, but
it's very beachy. I mean, we go to school on the beach, so obviously it's beachy. But
like people love going hiking. I was literally explaining to my mom the term granola girl the other day because I was like, Mom, everyone at Point Loma is a granola girl, and she was like, what is that? It was so funny. I like explained to her. Now she's like, she loves the expression.
Yeah, everyone wears flip flops to class.
Yeah. Everyone's tan and like have like blonde like hair, but like beachy hair, you know. And so
everyone surfs like before class. After class.
No, when I
skip class to go surfing.
Yeah. No, when I started like going here, especially like straight fresh like Brazil, they used to ask me like, oh my gosh, you're from Brazil, do you surf? Like Gabriel Medina, which is like one of the biggest surfers if you surf, you know. And I was like, no, I've never been surfing. I went surfing one time my freshman year, hated it. When I was with my ex-boyfriend, I used to come visit him. He took me surfing twice, hated it, had a horrible time. So, like, no, it's not for me.
Yeah, I tried surfing in Hawaii as a kid, and I loved it. But my dad was, like, pushing me into the waves. And then I was like, oh, I go to Point Loma, like, I should try to go surfing. So I went surfing over summer with my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did I ever tell you that?
No.
It was so hard. I was like, I don't like this at all.
It's actually, like...
It looks so fun though. I really want to.
It looks fun, but it's really hard. I feel like you have to have the body for it, and like
paddling. I just
because
do it.
No, for real. I feel like I do it one time and I'm tired. That I get cranky because my body hurts. So I'm like, I don't.
No, I was like getting frustrated. I was like, this is not fun.
Yeah.
I'd rather just tan on the beach.
No, same. It's way better.
No, literally a few months ago was like the first time I actually went in the water here. Like I'm not a beach girl, but I love the beach actually.
I love the beach, but I don't like the beach here in California. Sorry,
really?
Hot take.
What do you mean?
Like the water, I mean. Because
the water, it's freezing.
Have you been to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like Hawaii, it's warm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I can go surf in Hawaii.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I went surfing in Brazil too, so like it was way more fun because the water is like warm. Guys, if you've never been to Brazil, if you've never been to a beach in Brazil, you're missing out. Like it's literally the best thing ever because it's tropical. The water is warm. Okay, like Rio, I think the water is a little bit colder, but like still, it's hot. So it's like literally 100 degrees. So like everyone's in water.
In the water, yeah.
So and like the sand, it's like different. I don't know. I feel like here it's fun to like tan, like hang out with your friends, but like the beach experience for me is like different from like here, you know. But yeah, sorry, we're getting off track.
Total tangents.
Well, like yeah, feel belonging. I don't know how like it is for you, but I feel like I still don't belong here, and that's why like I had such a hard time like making friends. So my circle's really small because of that. Because I feel like the culture plays a big part in like how you interact with people. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just not, like, there's a stereotypical Loma girl, and I'm just not it. But also, I don't really care that I'm not. Also, I feel like because we're older and we have, like, our lives outside of school and just post-grad and stuff, like, we don't need to feel like we fit in. I feel like if I came here as a freshman, I definitely would have had a harder time feeling like I needed to fit in. But I came in at the end, so I was like, I don't really care if, like, I don't fit in.
Yeah, we're here for, like, 2 years, so it's, like, whatever.
And also, sometimes when you don't fit in, you stand out more, so.
I agree. How to make friends as a transfer. How was that experience for you?
I think, it's probably bad because if you didn't have an Issa, like, if I didn't have you, like, I swear I wouldn't have made friends probably. Because I just, like, found you. Honestly, what I would say is if you do have a little, like, if someone gives you, like, an inch, like, go for it, make the effort. If someone's like, oh, like, do you want to get coffee? Be like, yes, and then keep inviting them to coffee. Just keep putting in effort. And I feel like once you're making an effort, put even more of an effort to make friends, invite people, things. Since I live in my own apartment, I feel like I would always try to, like, invite people over and just do things. It wouldn't always work, though, and that would, like, kind of hurt because like, I would ask some people to, like, hang out or, like, oh, we should do this. Oh, you should come over. And, like, they would never, like, follow up or whatever. So it's really important as a transfer to follow up and to, like, you know, not, like, do it too much to be pushy and weird to people, but, like, to make friends, you have to put in a lot of effort, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like as a transfer, you do have to put yourself out there. Even, like, that's why Welcome Week was really draining for me because I was putting myself a lot out there because I knew, like, that was the only way I could make friends. Yeah.
It's kind of like we don't have sororities at our school, but I imagine that's what my little sister just went through. Like, with her big little date, she had to, like, interview all these people and, like, go on friendship dates and stuff, and it was so exhausting for her, so I imagine it's, like, the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for, like, Welcome Week. There's a lot of events that you get to, like, hang out with people. I don't remember. Like, and then people go to the beach. Like, people in my dorm used to, like, invite people, like, oh, we're going to the beach, or we're playing, like, spike ball or something. But it was just, like, a lot for me, I'm not going to lie. But I was trying. So I feel like I would say you have to try. You have to put yourself out there. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but at least for that first week, you know, it's important because then you get to meet people. And then through those people, you meet more people. And like Julia said, invite people for coffee. Maybe in your class, you're in a group and you're talking to people, be like, hey, would you want to, like, grab coffee or, like, get something to eat after class? So you just have to, like, no. Yeah. It's uncomfortable, but you have to do it.
What would you do differently if you had to transfer all over again?
Great question. Honestly, I don't think I would do anything different, to be very honest. Maybe, like, okay, in terms of, like, academics, I would probably, like, because I didn't know I was transferred back to Lehman specific, so I didn't, like, specifically for this major, so I would just, like, work, like, a little bit earlier to make sure I had the classes before transferring. But in terms of, like, friendships and stuff, I don't think I would do anything different because I feel like I did everything I could at the time too, especially going through, like, a breakup and trying to heal and stuff. Maybe I wouldn't reach out to my ex as much, but that would but yeah, in terms of academics, I would just make sure to, like, plan more ahead because I feel like I transferred, like, really kind of, like, I didn't plan and didn't prep as much in terms of the classes. So yeah.
I think I would say I wish I got a CAF card or, like, CAF. Like, we have
the meal plan.
The meal plan.
Yeah.
Because even though everyone says the CAF food is bad, I feel like that's where a lot of people socialize. Or I feel like after class, a lot of people would go to the CAF for lunch. And I almost wish I got that just so I had that, like, social time with people since I didn't live on campus.
Yeah,
I feel like that could have helped me a lot.
How was the experience living on campus as a transfer, and how is that different from being a freshman on campus? Very different. Like I was saying, my freshman year, so I actually chose my roommate because, you know, Zimi, I don't know if you heard of that app. So basically when you're a freshman or, like, a transfer or whatever, you can get into this app called Zimi and you can meet people, like, they're also transferring or, like, starting the school year. So you get to like meet people, and then people are looking for roommates. And then I like talked to a lot of girls, and I actually found my roommate, and we decided to be roommates together. And I love her so much. Like so today, like I'm actually like really glad we chose each other, because it was also like I was not just starting college. I was starting college in a new country. I didn't know anyone in California, like in a new language, so it was really hard. The culture shock was huge for me for my freshman year. It was actually terrible. So I feel like my first year was super fun. Like I had a great experience in living in the dorm. Everything was new. Everyone's like young. I was 17 when I started college. So I literally it was the year I turned 18, right? So I was the youngest in my class. So it was a fun experience. Like everyone's super friendly, but now as a transfer, it was hard. Like socially draining. First of all, I had 2 other roommates. I was in the triple. And it was a really hard experience, not just because I was in a triple, because first of all, I didn't know my roommates. It was random. I do not recommend. Don't do that. Please, don't do that to yourself. Like, it's not worth it. Get to know people on Zeme, Instagram, whatever. Try to find a roommate, because I did have an option, but like I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like, I don't know why I did that, but I was gonna go random. And I did, and it was terrible. Really bad experience. And also, like I said, because of my age, I feel like I would get socially drained so fast compared to like when I was a freshman, because everyone's like 19. People would go downstairs in the courtyard. They would just like start screaming, you know.
Yeah, just the immaturity.
Yes, people were so immature. Like I just could not deal with it, you know. And also like sharing the bathroom, like it was disgusting. So there was like good and bad, because like I was able to meet more people. I was able to like hang out with people, but also it was too much because of my age, maybe.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to major related questions, because we have the best major, I think, ever.
Yes.
It's so much fun. We talked about it a little bit in our last episode. Our major is media communications and film studies. That's your concentration, right? Yeah. You can do like
exactly
film production. What's the other one?
It's content creation, film studies, and there's like
film production, I think.
No, I think it's multimedia.
Multimedia?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, we're film studies. I don't know why we're film studies.
I don't know either.
Like, I don't even remember choosing that versus the other ones.
I do remember it, because I think I had an advising with Wix. But I was like, content creation, I was like, oh, but I already do that. So maybe I want to learn more about film. So that's why I chose film. Yeah. So how did you choose your major?
I chose media comm because I was actually going back and forth from USD to Point Loma. I got accepted to both, and I was just looking online at their descriptions of each of their like visual arts media majors, and I just like the wording of Point Loma's better. I feel like their classes and what I was going to get from it would have been better than USD, and I really like the campus and everything, obviously, of Point Loma. It's right on the beach. Like, we have the most beautiful campus ever, like insert a picture.
No, it really is.
And also in the program, you can go to Sundance Film Festival, which I absolutely love. I've been there in high school with my high school film program, and also just film in general. It's like the only thing I've ever wanted to do. I never even wanted to go to college. I thought I'd just do something film related without going to college. So no matter what, if I went to school or not, I would have probably ended up doing media communications. So yeah, it's just a really cool major.
So would you say that you've always known that you wanted to study this in college?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't always know that I wanted to study it, but definitely do it.
I mean, major, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now applying to jobs, I actually do see how it's really helpful to have like the media comm bachelor's degree.
That's true. Well, for me, it was very hard to choose a major. My freshman year, I wasn't declared. So my freshman year, I actually wanted to follow through like the healthcare route. So I came from Brazil, and if you're like a Latina or Latino, or if you have Latino parents, so you're probably going to understand the pressure of like going to like healthcare, be a lawyer, or like, you know, the big careers. So I grew up with my parents telling me like, you should be a doctor, and I did like biology. I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite subject in high school. But like human, like I would say like human biology, like learning about the body and anatomy and stuff. I've always loved Grey's Anatomy, and for some reason I thought working in healthcare would look like that, but it doesn't. But I was trying to find a major that it would work for the healthcare route, so I started like as undeclared, and I think here at Point Loma they have a major called Applied Health Science, which it looked really cool for me at the time, and you could work with like sports medicine and stuff. So I think I declared in my second semester, and then that's when COVID happened, and then I transferred to community college. But when I transferred, I actually started thinking about nursing, because I realized like doctors here in the US, they don't do much of the work and they have to go through more school and it's like really expensive, really long. Because in Brazil, you can literally become a doctor in like 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So here's like 10 years.
I was going to say really and wow when I said wow.
That's so funny. So that's when I also started considering like maybe I want to become a nurse, because also nurses here, they can do literally everything. And
Sorry.
What? You're thinking about the brown.
Okay, sorry.
I'm dead. Okay. But, okay, so when I started community college and taking those science classes for real, failed anatomy twice and failed chemistry, I was like, well, there's something wrong here. That's when I realized, I was like, I don't know if I'm the right major. And I was really depressed. I felt so stupid in those classes. It's crazy. Like, I felt I was not good enough. And I was like, there's something wrong with me, because I would study a lot and still, like, I feel like it wouldn't be enough. I would get, like, a B, you know? And everyone in my class was getting A's and A's. And I was like, what is going on?
That sounds so hard.
No, it was frustrating because I enjoy learning about it, but, like, I wasn't getting the grades. And, like, for nursing school, you need to have the grades. So I tried to get into the community college nursing program. I did not get in because my grades were not, like, great. And also I did I can't remember the name of the test that you have to take to get into nursing school. TIAS, something like that. I didn't fail, but I didn't get like a grade enough to pass either for at least the program I'm going to get into. So I was just getting frustrated. For like 2 years, I was stuck in that, retaking classes. So that's also why I took longer to like graduate, because I was failing all the science classes. And it's not because I wasn't trying, guys. I was trying, but I don't know. And also I got involved with like a situationship at the time, and then my mental health was not good. So I feel like that was another thing. Maybe we can do an episode about like mental health, the whole thing, because we probably have like,
Oh, I got a lot to say.
Yeah. So my mental health was not good. I was very depressed. So yeah, and then at some point I started like realizing that I'm really passionate about social media and media and film. And when I was younger, I've always wanted to like go to film school in LA. And that's what I started like wanting to like literally live in California. So yeah, I was just like thinking, I had a conversation with a friend, and she's like a writer. Gabby, if you're watching this, love you. Thank you so much for all your help. And she literally told me like, Issa, you're so creative. Like you should do something with that. Like you have this talent for a reason. And like I said in the other episode as well, I do social media such as Julia. So, and I love it. It doesn't feel like work, you know, and it would be, I've always wanted to work with something I love and also learn more about film. And that's when I started searching, and then I also found Paloma's program, and it was exactly what I was looking for, because I almost went to Biola because they have a great film like program there. But I was like, I don't want to study just film. I want to have like something more into like communication. So if I want to work something besides film, I can also use my major, and that's why Paloma was perfect. So I just transferred, and I love my major so much. I'm so excited.
It's really flexible with all the different jobs you can apply to. It's crazy. Like I think we mentioned this in the last episode. It's like marketing, PR, but media, social, like content, just everything. You can do so much.
No, you can do film. Like I love the film classes because we learn how to like write scripts. We learn how like to analyze films and like how a process filmmaking works. And but also like, I don't know, we had like even like the radio class I'm taking right now. I'm learning how to do a radio show. Like that's crazy.
That's actually where we got the idea, because she interviewed me on her radio show, and then we were kind of talking. We went over the time basically because we were talking, and I was like, wait, we should do this actually. So that's literally 2 days ago we came up with the idea to do a podcast.
Yeah. No, for real. And I did like a documentary. Like it's crazy because looking back, I'm like, I would have never imagined I would be studying this and like actually doing
I didn't even know you could. I didn't know this was like a real job, because you always want to be like an actress or a singer when you're younger, kind of, or I feel like a lot of people do, or be in the entertainment industry, but it just seems so unattainable. Yeah. So studying it in college and learning a lot about it, you feel like it is attainable.
That's true. Yeah, I've never knew that would be like a possibility.
Yeah, our favorite class though was definitely Intro to TV and Film. If your campus has something like that, I definitely recommend taking it, because like it's a great elective. It's so much fun. It's so hands-on. You get to be creative and work in groups. I just think it was really fun. We got to make like documentaries, films, I don't know. It's just collaborative and fun.
I also enjoyed like the script writing class. I mean, I'm saying that now because when we were taking, I was like struggling to get the deadlines of like writing the scripts. It was fun learning how to write the scripts. It was just like also the formatting of the class.
That was also like a 3-hour long class.
Yes, exactly. And like the feedback thing, I have a lot to talk about it, but like
honestly though, I learned so much in that class. And now like when I want to like write scripts, I do listen to like a lot of things. Like what I learned in that class is still in my brain. Yeah. Which like it should be, but
yeah. No, because I feel like it's so helpful, and like I had no idea how to write a script, and like now we know how to write a script. Yeah. So it's super cool. Also, one class I really enjoyed that I'm thinking about, it was Intro to Media Communications. You didn't have to take that one, right?
I don't think I took that.
It was of Gibbs. It was a cool class because we literally learned about every single area of communication. So like journalism, and then we did social media, like film, so it was just different areas. So it was really fun class too.
So what was your worst class, do you think?
Honestly, it wasn't even like a media comm class, but I hated the journalism class. I hated it.
The journalism?
Yes. Intro to journalism, that was my most hated class.
Really? I like that. I think I had a different teacher, so I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the teacher. Yeah. I literally love her so much. It was just the class itself, because it's funny because at the time I was considering minoring in journalism, and I was like, no, like this is not for me. Yeah. I think it was like because when you had it, you were able to write stories about anything. For mine, you had to like write something like news-worthy, and they also had to like get sources and this and that, so it was really annoying. I hated it. So. Yeah.
I think my worst class is, I'm in it right now. It's like American. I don't even know the title of it, to be honest. I've only gone like 3 times. Yeah. Like I don't go to it. I don't have any friends in the class. Also, we're used to in MediaComm, all of our classes are like 15 people max, like 10, 15 people. So you know the people in your class and it's more fun. It's major specific. But like the one I'm in right now, it's like a random GE I have to take. Like it's like an English class, and I don't know anybody in it. It's like 45 people probably, which may not seem like a lot because people have classes with like hundreds of people, I think, in like lecture halls. But I'm not a fan.
I mean, if we're talking about GEs, I have a lot that I hated. Yeah. I'm just getting within like the comm department, but yeah.
Yeah, but comm department, I've pretty much liked all my classes, except for like the ones that are really long or like a lot of like work or whatever. But even those, I find something in them that I'm like, oh, I really appreciate this. Like even we're in this AI class, and at first I was like, why are we talking about AI? It's so stupid. Yeah. But lately, I do find myself in class being like, okay, like you got me there. Like that was kind of interesting, or I feel like it will prepare us for jobs. So
that's true.
What's something you love about your major?
I love how like you can, like we were talking about it, how you can study different areas of communication. You can use, like when you graduate, you can go into film, you can go into like social media, like marketing, and also I love how you learn like hands-on how to do everything. Because I remember I was talking to my mom a couple of years ago, and I was like, Mom, I learned better hands-on. Like I can study like this thing for really so long, and the information doesn't stick. And that's why like I had such a hard time with like the nursing classes, because I feel like I would memorize it for a test, but I would forget. Yeah. So, but I learned hands-on so well. So I love that like everything, like most of the classes are hands-on. Like we film documentaries, we film like radio shows, and like we take like pictures for photography, for example. So I just love how hands-on it is, and it's just like we don't have tests.
Yeah, we really don't. Like, I've had maybe like one quiz, like, or even a quiz we have. It's not like it's not hard. Our major's so unserious. We say that all the time. Like the things we do that are assignments, we're like, oh, it's just
we
so funny.
Literally watch movies for homework. Like that's the dream, you know.
No, the other day I had to write a 4-page paper, and I was able to supplement it with a vlog instead. Like there's no other major where you can, instead of do a 4-page paper, submit a vlog. Like it's just the best. I think everything you said about hands-on, and then also just the creativity aspect and the like unseriousness. But the funny thing is, it's so unserious, but it is serious. Like these are actual jobs. Like building a podcast, doing a producing, like these are actual jobs that people have. And so to us it's just fun and unserious, but they're real life skills that we can actually use, which is so fun and cool.
And people think it's like easy. I mean, it is easy, but also it's not. Like we come across so many issues when we're filming. We have to problem solve, and like
we problem solved like a bajillion things already today. Yeah, like things that people who aren't in the MediaComm understand too. It's just so different.
No, it's funny because Priscilla, when she was helping with your film, we have a friend that she's like from a different major, and she was shocked. She was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize how hard this was, and like how how like you guys, I don't know, it's just like a different world. If you're not into the major, you're gonna be, because people like, I feel like they judge us for being media comms sometimes. It's like, oh, it's such an easy major. Try doing it for one day.
Yeah, try making a whole short film, writing, financing, producing, editing, audio, camera,
editing,
like every single thing that goes into it is so much.
Because in this major also you get to do like different roles and multiple roles at once. So like that's also like, it's hard, but it's so beneficial for us to learn because we learn everything, you know.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
awesome.
like now talking about it, I'm sad to leave.
I know.
But I'm excited to actually do it in the real world now for money.
For money.
To get actually paid for it.
Real.
Okay, so now we're going to move into another little rapid fire question. We did this last episode, but these ones are less like get to know us and just more about like, still get to know us, but they're more film, media, class, college related. So
yeah, so we have the questions over here. We're just gonna pull them out and ask each other. Yeah. Bobby B's coffee or be tired in class?
So on campus we have our campus is super small. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of college campuses have multiple coffee shops, dining options. No, we have one coffee shop.
One.
It's so bad. Insert the picture of the matcha. Remember that matcha I got? They can't make matcha. I don't know. They don't train the baristas or something. The coffee's disgusting.
And it's overpriced. They charge me $8.
It's like $7 for like milk. Like it's so bad. So I'd rather be tired in class. What about you?
Even if it was the AI class?
I don't care what it is. Like I'd rather not get Bobby B's. No hate, but all the hate actually.
No, same. I refuse to spend. One time they charged me $10 for a coffee, a grande, because it's supposed to be like Starbucks, but it's not.
It's not. Pull an all-nighter or wake up early?
Pull an all-nighter.
Same. I tell myself I'm going to wake up early. My alarm's set at 7 a.m. every day. Do I wake up then? No.
Yeah. I feel like I'm more productive at night too, and if I... Also in the morning I'm like slower and I'm not a morning person, so I feel like it's not guaranteed I'm going to wake up either. So no. Would you rather be behind or in front of the camera?
Behind. I think, yeah. By myself, like I like doing my content and stuff and being in front of the camera, but when we do like studio shows, I cannot speak in front of the camera. Like the teleprompter, I more just like go with the flow spontaneous. So like the scripted shows and on camera, I just can't do for some reason, but
yeah.
I don't know. And I like planning things. Like I love like writing all the questions and like doing that. I think that's really fun.
Well, it's going to sound controversial because I am the host of the show this semester. But I do not like it, guys. I just did it because no one was going to do it. But I agree. I'd rather be behind the camera. And because I feel like, I don't know, I love the fast-paced environment and just being behind the scenes. And I love, like, YouTube and, like, make my videos for social media when I'm by myself. But I also hate the pressure of, like, having a lot of people staring at me. And like, there's the teleprompter. And like the other day, I was so tired, the last shoot we had. And I could not say John for some reason. Because I think my accent was coming out. Because when I'm tired, my accent's like really strong. And I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot talk anymore. I was exhausted. So it was a lot. So I had to repeat it like multiple times. I'm getting better at it. But also like I don't enjoy it. I feel like I'm tense, you know?
It's a good skill to practice. But I think both of us just love like editing and producing and filming.
The creative part of it. Yeah. It just like, it's fun to like get to like mic someone up and then just like tell them what to do and stuff, like direct it. But like, yeah, because when you're on camera, there's that pressure, like all eyes on you. And then if you mess up, it's your fault, you know? So, and when we do YouTube videos, we just like edit them. So
exactly. And I can re-say the same thing over and over again.
Exactly.
If you had to change your major, what would it be?
I would say marketing, probably. Something like along the lines of marketing or like just communications, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we had a political science professor come into our class the other day, and it made me think, like, I really wish I took, like, a debate class or something, like, in high school or college. Like, I feel like it's just really interesting, and, like, politics and those types of things, I feel like I would have been interested to learn about. But it just seems too hard and, like, controversial, and, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, get into all of it. But I feel like it's, like, I love, like, debating and talking about conversations, and, like, I do like talking about that stuff. So,
that's interesting. I hate that. I would never major in that. No, I feel like for me it would be definitely something within like communications, but like either maybe business, marketing.
Or business. I think business could be, or not major in business, but I wish we took business related classes.
Yeah.
Or like law classes. We took like media law, but it wasn't media law. It was journalism law basically. But I wish we had more of entertainment law background too.
And also I wish they could add like a marketing class to like our major as well. It would be very beneficial.
Yeah. I feel like we have a lot of marketing skills for marketing jobs. But yeah, we didn't really take like marketing.
Like principles of marketing. There's a class called Principles of Marketing that I was going to take, but then I did not have space in my in my like I don't know how to explain, like my semester, like my whatever. But it was an interesting class. But it was like a business class. But I was just taking it for fun. But I was just like, I did not have time for that. So, how often do you skip class?
I skip class too much. Honestly, when I first got here, I was really good at going to class. Like, I don't think I ever skipped class. Because also for a lot of teachers, they have a really strict attendance policy. Like, we have one teacher who, like, you cannot miss his classes. But some teachers, I feel like if they don't have the attendance policy, I've learned, like, I don't know. Like, sorry, that was not a full thought. Basically, one of my teachers, I don't think he takes attendance. I hope he doesn't because I've only been in his class like 3 times. And I haven't gotten dropped, so I don't think he takes attendance. But is someone in here?
I don't know. That thing turned on and then turned it off.
Oh, creepy. Wait, sorry. Can you ask the question again? Just because
How often do you skip class?
I skip class a lot, honestly. I didn't when I first got here, but now I feel like I just have a major case of senioritis where, like, I am just so tired, especially I have a class at, like, 9 a.m. It's the American literature one. I just can't go. I don't know anyone in the class. I also have a really awkward seat in the class. Like, I never get to pick where I sit, also because I come late every day. And so I just, like, I don't like it. I don't go, and I skip it. But I think I did good on the midterm. All my other classes I really like, and I don't really skip them that much.
I think this semester I've been better than like last semester and like the other, like when I lived on campus I used to skip a lot.
Really?
A lot. Because like, I don't know. I think also like the schedule of my first semester was kind of crazy. This semester is, but I think like it's not as bad this last semester. But I mean, the only thing is that this semester I was away in Texas for like a month. But it was like excused absences and it was like health stuff. But I don't think I've been skipping class this semester. So I've been like...
We haven't been here this semester. Group projects or solo assignments?
Okay. It depends, I would say, because I feel like group projects, sometimes it's hard because people don't do enough or, like, you cannot give your opinion. And I feel like I struggled a little bit with group projects because of that. And I'm a type of person that, like, if no one takes charge, I'll take charge. But I don't know. I think it depends because for our major, it's better to do group projects because then, like, there's more people to help, especially if you're doing, like, a film or, like, filming, like media aesthetics, for example. We used to do, like, the scenes and stuff, but it depends.
Yeah, I think it really depends on the class. Because some classes, like the class I don't have anybody I know in it, I'd rather do everything solo because I don't like talking to them. But for, like, if you're in my class, obviously I want to do a group project because then I get to work with my friend. You know?
Exactly.
So. Or if there's a class where I'm like, there's a cute boy, I'm like, yeah, like, obviously I want to do a group project.
Would you rather have an awkward situationship in your class or see your ex every day on campus? Which you experienced that.
Yeah, I did experience that, actually. That was traumatizing. I think I'd rather have an awkward situationship in class because then it, like, spices things up, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's just a situationship.
I had a little trauma. Like, who cares? I haven't really had a situationship, though. I want one.
No, I agree. I would rather, like, if I had to see my ex on campus, I would actually die. So, so I think I would rather have a awkward situationship. Because situationship, I mean, I've had that, honestly. Not, like, in class, but, like, in here. Honestly, it's not as bad. Yeah. It's because it's a situationship. Who cares? Like, I'm not going to see you ever again. 8 a.m. class or late night class?
Ooh, like, neither. Like, I like having my nights free. I like having my mornings free.
Yeah, no, same.
I don't know.
You cannot
If it's an 8 a.m. class, I'm not going because I barely go to my 11 a.m. class.
No, same. I feel like, I don't know. I'm not a morning person. So, because if you have an 8 a.m. class, you have to wake up like at 7 something. Leave at 7:30. Like, hello, no. Late night class, we had that last year.
And it's horrible.
And it was terrible because we would leave class, it would be 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So, neither. It's not an option.
And you can't have dinner during those classes. Like,
yeah, no.
Literally neither. Would you rather your professor or your entire class know your dating drama?
Ooh. Like, how much of the drama?
I think anything. Like, professor. Like, I feel like Gibbs, like, I could just, like, talk about anything.
Yes. Know? No, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's Gibbs, yeah. Like,
yeah, like, it depends on the professor, for sure.
Yeah, it depends on the professor.
But I think I'd rather have my professor than my entire class.
No. Yeah, no, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. And also, they can give you advice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we ask him about, like, things like that.
And I feel like they're very, like, confidential about it, too. Like, if they know, I mean, I don't know, but you know.
We're the film club presidents, actually, so every week we have, like, meetings with our advisor, and he's, like, also our professor and, like, the leader of, like, a media comm, basically. So I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like that kind of wraps up our episode today about transferring and media comm and our college experience kind of academically, but there's definitely a lot more to talk about during our college experience. We're going to get into the dating of it all, the mental health of it all, the crazy night out story, just everything. So,
so leave your like and subscribe and comment down below any ideas of like topics we could talk about or any questions you might have about college, or I don't know, even if you have like a situation you want us to like comment on, give advice. So thanks for watching. See you next time.